Welcome back to Superbly Said Advanced English Vocabulary and Phrases.
Great to be back.
Today, we're doing another deep dive, and this one comes from a SpeakDuo lesson. It's all about really boosting your fluency.
Unlocking those more subtle expressions.
Exactly. And, if you want to actually practice these phrases, SpeakDuo.com is the place.
Yeah, it's brilliant for that. Meeting people, video calls.
Really helps build confidence with speaking.
It absolutely does.
Yeah.
Because, well, knowing these phrases is one thing, right?
But using them naturally, that's the goal.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So today, our mission is to really unpack these expressions. We're going beyond just definitions.
Right, looking at the power, the context.
And the nuances, which are often the trickiest part.
Yeah.
Especially if you're aiming high professional settings, maybe exams like IELTS.
Yeah, getting that precise, impactful communication. So let's just dive right in. Our first phrase is to take it all in.
A good one.
At its core, it basically means like to fully absorb or process an experience, usually something kind of significant.
Yeah, significant, maybe overwhelming, beautiful. It's got that weight to it.
So how is that different from just, say, understanding something or maybe grasping something? They sound a bit similar.
They do sound similar, but the difference is, well, it's pretty profound, actually. When you understand something, it's mostly cognitive.
Like mental processing.
Exactly, intellectual. You understand instructions, you understand a concept logically. And to grasp something, that often implies like a sudden moment of clarity.
The light bulb moment, aha, I grasp it now.
Right, like I finally grasped quantum physics. Maybe?
Maybe. Okay. So understanding is logical, grasping is sudden comprehension, but take it all in feels bigger.
Much bigger. That's the key. It's more holistic. It involves your senses, your emotions. It's not just your brain.
So you're absorbing the whole atmosphere.
Yes, you're letting a profound or maybe an overwhelming event just sort of permeate your being. Mentally, emotionally, sometimes even physically.
Yeah.
It often needs time.
Right, you can't rush it.
No. And there's often that sense of awe, or wonder, maybe even belief, or just deep appreciation. It's like an emotional download, as you said earlier.
I like that, an emotional down. So the example from the source was, it took me a while to take it all in after winning the competition. That makes perfect sense now. It's not just knowing you won, it's feeling the reality of it.
Precisely. And think about it in, say, a work context. Imagine your company finishes this massive, difficult project, years of work.
Okay.
The CEO might gather everyone and say, look, we did it. This wasn't easy. Let's just take a moment, everyone. Let's really take it all in. This is huge for us.
So it's about feeling the achievement, the relief, the pride, not just looking at the success stats.
Exactly. The scale of it.
Yeah.
And this is super useful for something like the IELTS speaking test, right?
Yeah.
Part 2 often asks about experiences.
Good point. Describing a memorable trip.
Instead of just saying the view was nice,
Yeah.
you could say, standing there looking at this incredible vista, I just had to pause and really take it all in. The scale, the silence.
Yeah.
It was surreal.
That sounds much more impressive. Shows deeper engagement.
It does. It shows you can express richer emotional processing. You're not just observing, you're internalizing.
Yeah.
It adds sophistication.
Definitely adds depth. Okay, moving from deep feelings to, well, high energy. Our next phrase, to crush it.
Very different vibe.
Totally. It just means to do something extremely well, like succeed massively.
Exceeding expectations, often.
Yeah. The example was, she crushed it at the job interview. You immediately know she didn't just do okay.
No, she nailed it, dominated it.
Yeah.
And the nuance here compared to just succeeding or performing well is really interesting.
How so?
Well, succeed and perform well are fine, they're positive. But crush it is informal, it's emphatic, it's got this high energy.
Right, much more punchy.
Way more punchy. It implies you didn't just meet the standard, you obliterated it.
Yeah.
In a good way. You made a really strong, undeniable impact. There's a confidence to it.
So it's not just winning, it's winning big, decisively. Like an athlete breaking a record while winning.
Exactly that feeling. Spectacular performance. And it's funny how modern English uses these sort of strong action verbs, crush, nail, ace, kill it, for positive things.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
Maybe a cultural thing. Expressing achievement with real vividness, high energy. Anyway, in a work context, you might hear a manager say to the sales team, okay, team, you absolutely crushed it with the Q2 numbers. Seriously exceeded targets. fantastic work.
It's celebratory, like a verbal high five.
Definitely. And for IELTS, again, imagine being asked about an achievement instead of, I gave a good presentation.
You could say, yeah, I had this big presentation last week, and honestly, I felt like I crushed it. The Q&A went great. The feedback was amazing.
It conveys much more success and confidence, shows, contemporary dynamic English.
Adds that vibrant, modern edge. Okay, let's shift gears a bit, from personal wins to something more public and often problematic. To get leaked.
Ah, yes. The unauthorized release.
Exactly. Core meaning. Information released or made public without permission. The example was classic. The film trailer got leaked before the official release date.
Right. And the key difference here is compared to words like revealed or disclosed, those could be totally official, intentional, neutral even.
Like a company revealing new plans.
Or disclosing financial results. Yep. Totally normal. But leaked, that specifically implies it was unauthorized. Often illicit, maybe damaging, embarrassing.
So there's always that sense of impropriety. It wasn't meant to happen this way.
Always. It suggests a breach of trust, or maybe a security lapse, or sometimes a deliberate act like whistleblowing. But the common thread is, it wasn't sanctioned.
Got it. So it's not just information coming out, it's how it came out.
Precisely. Think about a corporate leak. Confidential merger details got leaked to the press. That causes chaos, right? Affects stock prices, strategy. It's not just revealed, it's exposed illicitly.
Big difference. And could you use this for, like, personal stuff, too? Maybe less dramatic?
You could, yeah. For an IELTS question about privacy, maybe. Yeah, once a friend posted this group photo from a private event online without asking. It really felt like it got leaked. Suddenly it was public, and I wasn't comfortable with that.
Captures that feeling of unauthorized sharing.
Exactly. So understanding leaked is crucial for precision, especially when talking about confidentiality, privacy, news. It carries real weight.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, let's look at leveraging situations. To take advantage of something, we're focusing on the positive sense here.
Right, because it can have a negative meaning with people, meaning exploitation. But we're talking about opportunities.
Like the example, you should take advantage of the free trial, making the most of a good situation.
Exactly. And it's different from just using something. Use is neutral. Take advantage of implies you're being smart, you're benefiting from a favorable circumstance.
So it highlights the opportunity aspect.
Yes. It's about leveraging something positive for your gain. You take advantage of a discount, good weather for a picnic, a learning opportunity. It suggests being shrewd, strategic.
A proactive choice to maximize something good, not just passive use.
Spot on. It conveys seizing the moment in a work scenario. The company decided to take advantage of new government grants for green energy. That shows strategic thinking.
Or personally.
My boss encouraged us to take advantage of the free online courses the company offered. It's about seizing that beneficial opportunity.
Makes sense. And for IELTS, if asked about something you benefited from.
You could say, oh, I definitely took advantage of a student discount on my train ticket last month. Saved quite a bit. It sounds more active than just, I used a discount.
Shows you're resourceful.
Right. It communicates that you recognize and capitalize on beneficial opportunities. Optimizing, essentially.
Okay, cool. So from seizing opportunities to starting things off. Next up, to kick off something.
Another dynamic one.
Yeah. It means to begin something, especially something fairly significant, an event, a project. The example. The campaign kicks off next Monday. Sounds like a proper launch.
It does. And again, the nuance is key. You can just say start or begin. They're fine, very general. But kick off has more energy.
More formality sometimes, or at least more purpose.
Often, yeah. It implies a more vigorous start, gives it momentum right away. It comes from sports, obviously, kicking off a match.
Ah, right. So it carries that sense of a decisive beginning.
Exactly. You wouldn't really kick off reading a book quietly. But you'd kick off a meeting, a festival, a new phase of work. It implies some significance, maybe anticipation.
Like, we're going to kick off the project with a brainstorm session.
Perfect example. It signals the official, important start. Or the festival kicks off with a parade. It emphasizes the exciting beginning.
And what about for routines? Could you use it for, say, starting your day?
Absolutely. For IELTS, if asked about your morning routine, well, I like to kick off my day with a run. It really gets me energized.
Sets the tone. Gives it that initial boost.
Precisely. It makes your English sound more idiomatic, more fluid, more energetic when talking about beginnings.
Adds a bit of flair. Nice. Okay. From starts to, well, finishes due to popularity, to sell out.
Ah, the dream for anyone selling tickets.
Ha, right. In this context, it means all tickets or items are completely sold, usually really fast. The concert sold out in 10 minutes. Tells you everything.
It is specific. It's different from, say, fully booked. You'd say a restaurant or hotel is fully booked.
Because that's a service or reservation.
Exactly. Sellout is usually for physical items, tickets, products, things you can run out of stock of, and it's different from just unavailable, which is too general.
And importantly, in this context, it's positive, right? Not the other meaning of selling out your principles.
Correct. Here, it purely means commercial success due to high demand. It signifies something is incredibly popular.
So limited edition sneakers might sell out. A hit play might sell out its run.
Precisely. It implies urgency, popularity. A business example. The first batch of the new phone sold out online in under an hour. Shows massive demand.
Wow. And this is super relevant for talking about experiences, maybe disappointments.
Definitely. For IELTS, if you missed out on something. Yeah, I really wanted to see Taylor Swift, but the concert sold out almost instantly. I was online right away, but no luck. Gutted.
I know that feeling. It perfectly captures that high demand scenario.
It's essential for talking about events, entertainment, shopping trends. It's a clear signal of high consumer interest.
Okay, clear. Now, shifting from commerce to connection, to have faith in someone.
A lovely phrase. Much deeper than just trust.
Yeah, it means believing in someone's ability, their potential. The example was simple but powerful. I have faith in you. You can do it.
And the nuance compared to trust or believe is important. You trust someone with something specific, maybe their honesty or reliability.
He's like trusting them to keep a promise.
Right. And you believe someone if you accept what they say is true. I believe his story. But having faith in someone, that's deeper. It's a conviction in their inherent capabilities, their character, their potential to succeed, even when things are tough or unclear.
So it's about their inner strength, their resilience, even if they're struggling right now.
Exactly. It's seeing their potential for growth. It's often something a mentor, a parent, a close friend might express. It's empowering.
Like a manager saying to a junior team member who's finding things hard, look, I know it's tough, but I have faith in you. You'll figure this out.
Perfect. It fosters perseverance. Or a team leader saying, despite setbacks, I have faith in this team's ability to deliver. It's about belief in underlying strength.
And for IELTS, talking about someone you admire.
You could say, I really have faith in my brother. He faces challenges head on, and even when he doubts himself, I know he has the strength to pull through. It shows that deep conviction.
Adds real warmth and sincerity. It's about potential.
Yes, believing in potential beyond the immediate evidence. Very powerful.
It is. Okay, now let's talk about a feeling caused by challenging situations. To be nerve-wracking.
Ah, yes, that tense, anxious feeling.
Describe something that causes anxiety or stress. The example. Speaking in front of the class was nerve-wracking. We've all been there.
We have. And it's more specific than just stressful or anxious. Stressful is broad. A busy day is stressful. Anxious is the feeling itself.
But nerve-wracking describes the thing causing the intense anxiety.
Exactly. It points to the situation or event, often one with high stakes, uncertainty where your performance really matters. It implies that tension, that feeling of being on edge. It literally feels like your nerves are being racked or strained.
So waiting for exam results.
Definitely nerve-wracking.
A first date.
Could be nerve-wracking.
A difficult job interview.
Absolutely nerve-wracking. It's about that specific high-pressure moment or period of anticipation.
Right. The outcome is uncertain and it feels critical.
Precisely. A work example. Waiting for the client's decision on our proposal was nerve-wracking. The whole team was on edge for days. It captures that specific tension.
And for IELTS, describing a challenging experience.
You could say, the most nerve-wracking thing I did recently was probably that presentation to the board. My heart was pounding. It conveys the intensity vividly.
Much more evocative than just saying I was nervous.
Way more evocative. It pins down the source and the intensity of the anxiety. Very precise.
Great. Okay, last one. Bringing us back to impact and dominance, especially in media, to do a takeover.
Very current phrase.
Yeah, means to dominate or take control, become pervasive. The example. She's doing a fashion takeover on social media this year. You just know she's everywhere.
And again, it's stronger than just becoming popular or gaining influence. A takeover implies a more significant, often rapid, and very noticeable shift.
Like they've completely captured the space.
Pretty much. Someone or something becomes the dominant force. setting the agenda. It's very common in pop culture, fashion, gaming, but it can apply in business too. It suggests a powerful, commanding presence.
So not just joining the conversation, but leading it. Almost aggressively, but maybe not negatively.
Often not negatively, just impactfully. They become ubiquitous in business. That new tech startup is doing a takeover in the collaboration software market. Everyone's switching to them.
Ah, okay. A rapid market shift.
Yeah, or culturally. That new Netflix show did a complete takeover. Everyone was talking about it for weeks.
Got it. And for IELTS, talking about trends.
Perfect.
Oh.
Who's doing a music takeover right now? I'd say maybe Olivia Rodrigo.
Uh-uh.
Her music is inescapable. She's dominating the charts and conversation.
Highlights that pervasive influence.
Exactly. It's essential for discussing trends, shifts in power, dominance, especially in modern culture and business. Very impactful language.
Fantastic. Okay, wow. That was a lot of really useful vocabulary. I hope everyone's been taking notes.
Or just taking it all in.
Ah, nice one.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time to see how much stuck. We've got a quick quiz challenge for you.
Test your understanding.
We'll give you a question, 3 options, A, B, or C. Feel free to pause if you need a moment to think before we give the answer. Ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, question 1. What does to take it all in mean? Is it A, to fully absorb or process an experience, B, to pause and reflect quietly on a choice, or C, to enjoy something for a short period?
Take a second if you need it.
And the answer is A, to fully absorb or process an experience. Remember that feeling of winning the competition or seeing an amazing view, that deep absorption.
Right.
Question 2, what does it mean to crush it? Is it A, to completely fail at something by mistake, B, to do something extremely well or succeed greatly, or C, to approach a task with great effort?
Think about that job interview.
The correct answer is B, to do something extremely well or succeed greatly, like absolutely nailing that interview or presentation.
Exceeding expectations.
Question 3. What does it mean to get leaked? Is it A, to be mentioned in an online rumor, B, to be shared publicly without permission, or C, to accidentally be misunderstood?
Consider that film trailer.
And the answer is B, to be shared publicly without permission, that unauthorized release of information.
B is without permission.
Exactly. Question 4. What does to take advantage of something mean? Is it A, to manipulate a person for personal benefit, B, to use an opportunity in a beneficial way, or C, to give something more attention than it deserves?
Remember the positive sense we discussed.
The correct answer is B, to use an opportunity in a beneficial way, like grabbing that free trial or student discount, making a smart choice.
Seizing the opportunity.
Question 5. What does to kick off something mean? Is it A, to get rid of something that bothers you, B, to prevent something from happening again, or C, to begin an event, project, or process?
Think about starting something with energy.
The correct answer is C, to begin an event, project, or process, like kicking off a campaign or a big meeting, that dynamic start.
Giving it momentum.
Question 6. What does to sell out mean in this context? Is it A, to abandon one's values for popularity, B, to promote a product excessively, or C, for tickets to be completely bought quickly?
Talking about concerts or limited editions.
The answer is C. For tickets to be completely bought quickly, like those concert tickets that disappeared in minutes due to high demand.
Total commercial success.
Question 7. What does it mean to have faith in someone? Is it A, to believe in their ability or potential, B, to follow their lead without question, or C, to rely on them for emotional support only?
That deeper level of belief.
The correct answer is A, to believe in their ability or potential. That profound conviction in someone's inner strength and capabilities, like, we have faith in you, listener.
Absolutely.
And finally, question 8. What does to do a takeover mean in media? Is it A, to replace a team or company leader, B, to dominate or take control in a noticeable way, or C, to announce a career change publicly?
Think about pervasive influence.
The correct answer is B, to dominate or take control in a noticeable way, like that fashion icon doing a social media takeover or a new artist dominating the charts.
Becoming the defining force.
Phew, how did you do? Hopefully that helps solidify things. Understanding these phrases, especially the nuances, really is key to richer English communication.
It really is. It moves you beyond just functional language into more expressive, more precise, and frankly, more interesting communication.
Lets you say exactly what you mean with the right impact.
But the real magic happens when you start using them. Don't just keep them in your head. Pick 1 or 2 and try to weave them into your conversations this week.
Yeah, practice is everything. And that's where SpeakDuo.com comes in again. It's such a great place for that real-world practice.
Absolutely. Video calls with people learning just like you. It's a safe space to try out new language and build that fluency.
Turns theory into actual confident speaking. Highly recommend checking it out. SpeakDuo.com.
So here's a final thought to chew on. Take a phrase like, to do a takeover. We talked about it in media, fashion, business, but how could you apply it elsewhere?
Interesting.
Maybe think about a skill you're learning. Is your passion for coding starting to do a takeover of your study time? Or perhaps a new healthy habit is doing a takeover of your old routines?
Oh, I like that, applying it personally.
Yeah. How can these phrases help you describe your world in a more vivid, powerful way? Think about it.
That's a great challenge. Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into superbly said advanced English. We hope you found it super useful.
And feel more equipped to use these great expressions. We look forward to the next one.